Welcome back. Let's go together to visit South Sinai and St. Catherine in specific, and to visit also the Great Transfiguration Project. Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli toured the project and toured also other projects. About 14 projects are being constructed, and currently the work is going on, and the pace of work is very quick, as we are going to accomplish all this in no time, to be able to receive hundreds of thousands or even millions of visitors, of tourists who are going to enjoy their time there. To shed more light on the place, on the tour, on the remarks which were said by the Prime Minister and along with other top executives, we are very much delighted to have with us via phone Mr. Hazem Hasan, our tourism expert. Thank you very much for being with us, sir, and a very good morning.
You're most welcome and good morning.
Before going into details, tell me what about St. Catherine? And what about the Grand Transfiguration Project, or At-Tajalli Al-Azam, as many people are saying that this is going to be one of the most important mega projects we have in the field of tourism in general, and it's going to be a leap or a turning point when it comes to Egypt tourism map.
Of course, when we speak about tourism, religious tourism and pilgrimage tourism, it's a very important field of tourism that we didn't use it to the maximum, actually. One of the most important sites, of course, is Sinai, which is a holy land for all three religions, the big religions in the world. So before these days, these actual days, St. Catherine as a site was not really well prepared to receive the deserved number of tourists coming for pilgrimage and to visit the monastery of St. Catherine and the mountain of the Holy Revelation. So we see that as it's a virgin area, we decided, and the Egyptian government decided, to create a new community based on the ecological rules to keep the place in its natural status, and at the same time developing the area so that it could be very profitable as a place to be visited and to make a bigger number or a bigger capacity for the area to receive pilgrims from all over the world.
The efforts exerted by the state to turn this hub into an international one, they are really great. And let me take from the remarks which were said by Prime Minister Dr. Madbouli when he said it's not going to be only for the rich people. We are going to have many categories when it comes to hotels, for example, to hotel rooms, to motels, to youth centers. It's going to be an international hub to receive, as I said in my intro, hundreds of thousands or even millions. And here we talk about all classes. How do you see this, and how do you see focusing on that?
I believe it's a very important decision and a very smart idea, because when we speak about tourism in general, we need to attract all classes, different class, social and financial classes. And of course, the importance of this site, more than any other place in Egypt for the religious tourism, is that it touches all the three religions, as I mentioned, and we need also to follow the example, the role model that we can see in the great countries in tourism like Spain, like France, who prepared this, or they prepared their plan for receiving tourists from all classes, and it worked very well. They made a big movement of renovations for the little hotels, like boutique hotels and motels, and the little little hotels that they do not need a big budget to stay in.
Yep.
And also for the five-star hotels and who are more luxurious, to receive people who has the money, who has the ability, financial ability to spend days and nights in these luxurious hotels. So this is a policy for touristic countries.
In addition to, if you permit me to add or to mention this, because not so many people know that also researchers and students can find all what they need, because when it comes to St. Catherine, I mean, it's the second largest library after Vatican.
Very true, and this historical fact is a very important thing. Of course, before, the monastery was a bit closed, reserved to the loyal of the Greek Orthodox Church. This development of the area, I believe, it will open more the monastery in front of all visitors of different churches and confessions.
Yeah.
The way that also the development of the area will create, as we all know now, like a library, a big library about the area. This will encourage also with the infrastructure to make excavations around.
Yep.
So this might help us to find new discoveries, new documents and artifacts that will fill this museum to be a complement for the area itself, and it will develop the area from the touristic point of view.
Developing the area without losing its touch, without losing its historical touch. I mean, all the developments, all the buildings, all the projects are going to be that much coping with the environment, with the nature surrounding St. Catherine, whether it's the mountain of a great revelation, whether it's the monastery itself, the mountains in general, the nature of South Sinai. Also, Prime Minister Dr. Madbouli focused on that and said that we are not going to spoil what nature has given us. If you want to elaborate on that too.
Very wise and very smart idea, because our problems today in developing the existing communities all over Egypt is that it was made as an infrastructure and as an authentical plan on the old way. Without bearing in mind the ecological point of view. But when we have a virgin place like St. Catherine, if this will help us either cheaper financially or on the ground, we have a better freedom, as we can say, to start from the beginning a future plan that is made specifically to respect the ecological characteristics of the area, to keep it as it is, and not to make any damage to the beauty of the area and its authenticity. This is a very important issue, and today tourism is actually searching for that. Searching for this detail. People, they do not know anymore. They do not want anymore to stay in the middle of the city with factories, with pollution, with a deformation between brackets of the nature.
Yeah. And simplicity is a key word.
Very true.
Being more simple, meaning that you are more natural and you are going to enjoy your stay more. Sir, when it comes to propaganda, when it comes to marketing, how do you see this as a mission which should be executed on the ground by all sides of the coin? I mean, the travel agencies, the media, social media, you name it. What we can do, or what should be the homework of all of us to turn or to help in turning this area into an international hub?
There are many ways. Let me shed light before on a campaign that dured something like a couple of years in the past years, shedding light on the area itself. Of course, the area is very important, and it's selling itself, as we say in economy. But we need to show the world, actually, that we are working on the right plan to develop this area to receive more people, more pilgrims from all over the world with all levels, as we just said, and also not only from the promotions or the marketing way on the back of the tourism responsibility, but also the people themselves. When they have friends outside of Egypt, they must tell them about that.
Yep.
They must tell them that there is a development important. Word of mouth is very important in tourism. When people, they go there and they take pictures and then they put them on Facebook or Instagram, and all their mates on these media solutions see by themselves the new work and the new development that was made on this area, this will be a very good way to promote the place and to show people that there is a big development, and why not? Shall we go next year or next season?
One final question, Mr. Hazem, and it's not a question, it's sharing an idea and to know how do you see it as an expert when it comes to tourism, and you have been dealing with tourists coming from all over the world for decades now. Shooting, I mean, when it movies, films, or TV series, dramas, you name it. How do you see this as one of also the means of promoting or propagating for these sites? I mean, for example, if we remember some movies like A Love Affair in Al Karnak or Gharam Fil Karnak, let's recently, or not recently, just a few years ago, Wahat Al Ghurub, or the Sunset Oasis, which was a very successful TV series based on a novel holding the same name or the same title by the great late Baha Tahir in one of the oases in Egypt desert. How do you see this as one of the ways, first, to use our soft power, second, to propagate for such areas?
Very smart idea, but we need to convince the people working in this industry, and also to encourage people by speaking about it, especially those who write novels or scripts for movies, so that not only in Egypt, or all over the world, so that they choose or they write novels or scripts for movies, and they come to take pictures there. I've seen myself in very remote areas all over in Egypt. I'm talking about Al Kharga Oasis. I've seen a wonderful valley surrounded with colorful mountains. It was great. When I saw this place, I said, why shouldn't they, in the movie makers all over the world, why shouldn't they come and take pictures and turn movies in this beautiful valley? It's wonderful.
Amen to that, sir. In our wide desert, in the valley of the whales, Wadi Hitan or Rayyan Valley in Al Fayoum, in Tanis or San Al Hagar, I mean, we do have plenty of areas which are really real treasures, but to have the maximum benefit or to use it in the best way, I think it's a long journey, but we started the first steps on the right direction. Mr. Hazem Hasan, our tourism expert, thank you very much for your input, sir, and have a very good day. Well, by this we come to the end of our breakfast show for today. Tomorrow is another episode and another crew. Stay tuned on Live TV International always for more. Many thanks for watching. This was Nermeen Abdurrahman.